Hello everyone, it's Becky here and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a new video. Today I'm doing interesting tag video which is called the hobby tag, and I have the questions written on my phone, so excuse me if I'm gonna be looking there a little bit. But this tag was originally created by James Holder, and I will put the link to the channel to the description down below. Sometimes it's so difficult to say certain sentences, but it will be in my description box. And I was not tagged by anyone, but I found this tag just floating around and I thought, oh, it might be just fun to do it. So without further ado, I will just jump to the questions, and the first one is: within your personal library, do you collect books? For example, specific authors, editions, publishers, or genres, etc. So I never really cared about the editions, for example, but I do have 3 different copies, 3 different editions of Three Musketeers, and it's something which I did not start to collect on purpose, but somehow ended up with 3 books. I had one which was gifted to me by my dad. It was his books from like 60s or something, absolutely wonderful, stunning editions. And then I got one for myself in English, which was Penguin's Classics, but I'm not a huge fan of that cover. And then I have one which I found on this little book market with absolutely wonderful cover because it was pinkish and it had a little comic on top, so I just absolutely loved it, and suddenly I had 3 books. But then when it comes to specific authors, I am absolutely in love with author called Courtney Peppernell, who is writing a poetry, and I do have a collection of her few books called Pillow Thoughts. Absolutely stunning. And then I found another books which now she started to write. I think it will be a collection, and it is called Watering Your Soul, which is one book I showed you here very recently. And then also I just realized very recently that another book is coming by the end of this month, so I already pre-ordered that book and I cannot wait for it to be in the bookstores and I can get it. So I would say that probably by this author I would love to have her books. Excuse me. I would love to have her books because she is absolutely incredible, and also the covers of those books is just the cutest and most wonderful things I ever saw. Question number 2: what are your non-bookish hobbies? I always had so many hobbies. One of them would definitely be writing and photography, and that's something I haven't been writing like a proper story I think for several months, but it's really a hobby I would love to get back to, and also photography. And then I would say that YouTube or like filming videos in general became one of my hobbies very recently as I started this channel. But other than that, I do love doing different like sports or be outside. I love hiking. I started to do, well, I only did 2, but I would love to be able to go and have hikes through the Scottish Munros. I already did 2 of them, but it's just the beginning. And then just spending time in nature, I absolutely love it. And then occasionally I love to paint with acrylics, but I'm not very good at it, but it just really brings me a lot of joy. And sometimes knitting. I managed to knit 2 scarves so far with the help of my mom, of course, but I would love to do it. I think it's very much like a winter hobby. I love to do it in winter and just have some movie in the background or something like that, so definitely this as well. Question number 3: what hobbies have you fallen out of and why? I would say writing is something that was slowly like slipping through my fingers a little bit, and I would love to get back to it, but I think that when I was focusing more on like a producing sides of the jobs, because I did study filmmaking and initial idea was to become a screenwriter, but then as I was working on short films I realized that producing is also something I like to do. And then in my last job I was working as a production assistant, so I was basically doing everything, and I think the writing kind of got away from me a little bit, but it's just something I would love to get back to. And also other hobbies, I would say when it comes to sports, I used to do Aikido for I think 7 years, yes, and I've been thinking of getting back to it, but here where I'm based right now, it was kind of tricky for me to find an Aikido club which would be relatively closer to me and it would not clash with my other, you know, programs or stuff. But Aikido is something I would love to try to do again at some point. Question number 4: do you regret dropping those hobbies? I mean, writing definitely, but I don't want to say that I already dropped it because I do want to write, so no, not really, because I will write again. And then Aikido, yeah, I've been thinking of getting back to it as I just said, but it's just not been really a time. Question number 5: what hobbies do you wish you had? Hobbies I wish I had. I mean, I would love to do more of stuff with your hands, like for example the pottery class. I would love to go to a pottery class, and we were talking about this with my flatmate, but right now the prices are absolutely crazy. But one day I would love to try pottery class, for example, and I would really love to be able to do more like physical activities, like for example Leo Bancroft is doing a trapeze, and it's something I would love to explore, and that would be so much fun. And then different sort of like, yeah, either maybe ballet class or some dance class. I used to do the classes of Charleston and swing dance, and I would love to get back to it again, but still the location where I am right now, it's a little bit on the other side of the town, and I am very much looking forward to get a bike hopefully soon, and then I will be able to do those hobbies because I can travel there more easily. Right, and the question number 6, which is the last one, tag some people. So I would like to tag anyone who would like to give this a try and haven't done it yet, and just from the top of my mind I will mention Alice from Alice and the Giant Bookshelf, Shelly Swearing Gem from Bookish Gems, and Mark from Book Time with Elvis. So if you haven't done this tag, yes, please do it. I would love to see your answers, and then anyone else who would like to give it a go. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you with another video very soon. Take care, bye bye!